Nudge theory. The subtle art of influencing decisions. Introduction. The choice architecture that surrounds us. Every day, we make countless decisions. From what to eat for breakfast to how to invest our savings. Most of these decisions are made on autopilot, influenced by momentary emotions, habits, and the way information is presented to us. Nudge theory is a powerful framework that explains how to gently and unobtrusively guide people toward better decisions without restricting their freedom of choice. Developed by economist Richard Thaler and legal scholar Cass Sunstein in 2008, this theory is based on a simple principle. Since we humans are not perfectly rational market actors, as classical economics assumed, but are prone to cognitive biases, we can design the decision-making environment so that people more often choose what is beneficial for them and for society. The essence and philosophy of nudge. Libertarian paternalism. The key philosophical foundation of the theory is libertarian paternalism. This seemingly contradictory combination of words reveals the core of the approach. Libertarian means that freedom of choice remains sacred. No one is forced to do anything. If a person consciously wants to choose a harmful or suboptimal option, they always can. A nudge is not a ban, a mandate, or a financial penalty. Paternalism means that the choice architect, the government, a company, a designer, gently guides the individual toward the decision that is most likely to make their life healthier, wealthier, or better. A simple everyday example. If you place fruits at eye level in a school cafeteria and hide chips and chocolate bars on a high shelf, you are not banning children from eating chips. You are simply making the healthy choice easier and more attractive. This is a nudge. Psychological foundations. Why nudge works. Nudge theory is based on the discoveries of behavioral economics and psychology, particularly the work of Nobel laureate Daniel Kahneman on two systems of thinking. System 1. Fast, intuitive, automatic thinking. It operates on autopilot, is emotional, uses heuristics, mental shortcuts, and is susceptible to cognitive biases. System 2. Slow, analytical, rational thinking. It requires effort and is used for complex calculations and conscious reflections. Most of the time, we are governed by System 1. Nudges are effective precisely because they appeal to this automatic system, helping it make better decisions without engaging the energy-intensive System 2. Key cognitive biases leveraged by nudges. Status quo bias, inertia. People tend to leave things as they are. If an option is set as the default, most will stick with it. The classic example is automatic enrollment in pension savings plans, opt-out versus opt-in. Availability heuristic. We assess the probability of an event based on how easily we can recall examples. Placing shocking images of lung diseases on cigarette packs increases the perceived risk of smoking. Social norms. We are highly influenced by the behavior of others. Messages like 90% of your neighbors save electricity work better than appeals to save the planet. Anchoring effect. The first piece of information we receive, the anchor, influences subsequent decisions. A discounted price next to the original price seems like a better deal. Loss aversion. The pain of losing $100 is stronger than the joy of finding $100. Nudges can focus on what a person loses rather than what they gain. Classification and examples of effective nudges. Nudges can be categorized into several types based on their mechanism. 1. Changing the default option. This is the most powerful type of nudge. The default option becomes the path of least resistance. Example in finance. Switching from an opt-in to an opt-out system for corporate pension plans, e.g., the Save More Tomorrow program in the US, led to a massive increase in participant numbers and savings. Example in healthcare. Doctors whose electronic prescribing systems default to generic drugs rather than brand name ones prescribe more affordable medications, saving money for patients and the healthcare system. 2. Simplifying and increasing transparency of information. Complex information discourages System 1 and requires engaging System 2, which people often avoid. Example in business. Simplified loan agreements with clear pictograms and highlighted key terms, total loan cost, help borrowers make more informed decisions. Example in health. Traffic light food labeling, red/yellow/green, allows for an instant assessment of a product's healthfulness without studying the composition in detail. 3. Leveraging social norms. People are social beings, and their behavior is heavily influenced by what others do. Example in energy conservation. Utility bills started stating, "Your home uses more energy than 70% of homes in your neighborhood." This creates healthy competition and motivates people to reduce consumption. Example in taxation. In the UK, letters from the tax authority with the phrase 9 out of 10 people in the UK pay their taxes on time significantly increased payment compliance. 4. Timely reminders and prompts. The right message at the right time can prevent procrastination or forgetfulness. Example in education. SMS reminders to students about scholarship application deadlines or course registration. Example in health. Reminders to take medication or about an upcoming doctor's appointment. 5. Visual and structural cues in interface design. This is most relevant for creating videos and digital products. Example in UX/UI. The buy button is highlighted in a bright color and placed prominently, while the cancel button is less noticeable. Placing healthy options at the top of the list in an online food ordering menu. Example in games and apps. A progress bar showing how many steps are left to complete a profile nudges the user to take action. Nudge for videos. How to visualize the theory. Nudge theory is perfectly suited for the video format, as it allows for a clear visualization of before and after. Comparative scenarios. Film 2 identical scenarios, one with a nudge and one without. For example, show a person scrolling through a complex contract in one case and pausing at clear infographics in the other. Data visualization. Animate graphs showing how the behavior of thousands of people changes after the implementation of a nudge, increase in pension savings, decrease in calorie consumption. Expert interviews. Include commentary from behavioral economists explaining why a particular nudge worked from a psychological perspective. Examples from different fields. Show cases from healthcare, organ donation, finance, investing, ecology, recycling, and digital design. This demonstrates the universality of the theory. Criticism and ethical boundaries. Despite its effectiveness, nudge theory faces criticism. The threat of manipulation. Where does gentle guidance end and manipulation begin? Who determines what is the best choice for an individual? This is a philosophical question. Sludge. If you can nudge for good, you can also nudge for evil. Sludge is the intentional complication of a process to deter people from a certain choice, e.g., a complex unsubscribe procedure. Transparency. Should choice architects inform people that they are being nudged? Proponents of the theory argue that a good nudge should be transparent, and its mechanism should be easy to explain. Conclusion. Nudge theory is not just an academic concept but a practical tool that is already changing the world for the better. It acknowledges our human nature with all its weaknesses and offers an elegant, non-coercive way to help people live healthier, wealthier, and happier lives. By understanding the principles of nudge, we not only become more effective in business and governance but also more conscious consumers, capable of recognizing when an attempt is being made to influence us and making our own, truly free choice.